Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I am your host, Fritz, and wow. Man, we got an interesting show today, man. What to expect from this upcoming Trump administration, right? For all y'all that don't know, Mr. Donald Trump will become our 2024 president coming November. All right. He is going to be the next president in line. I've been telling y'all for the longest he's coming back. For all those who've been paying attention, it's pretty much it's expected. I mean, if you don't know Trump is coming back, you just it's honest to say you haven't been paying attention to politics, and that's cool. But the guy is killing right now in the polls. He's popular. I don't understand why. Despite all the lies and the bullshit he's up against. But hey, this is America. You got to expect it, right? Recently, brother Thomas Matthew Crooks attempted to assassinate the former president. And the most interesting thing about it, this guy is a registered Republican, 20-year-old Gen Zer. But he didn't like Trump. And I'm not surprised he didn't Trump. A lot of people don't like Trump. Even the people who support Trump the most are not surprised he had an assassination attempt. I mean, you know, you lead people like Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, they pretty much expected it was going to happen, right? I know I'm not surprised, you know. For all my Trump dick riders, the Patrick Bet-Davids, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlsons, I mean, I'm expecting them to gas this up. They're going to gas it up. They're going to ask for complete protection, you know, because it's a lot of people who are going for Trump and who are voting for Trump, who are rooting for Trump because they have some type of incentives lined up, whether it's a tax break or Trump is promising certain positions. But it's just sad. And for my average Trump supporters, whether you're toothless, you can't complete a sentence, or you're just racist, or you're just dumb and you just don't really pay attention and you're just riding along because you think Trump is cool, whatever the case may be. I want to ask, you know, for y'all to do y'all due diligence, you know, once he gets into office. I ask that you guys please treat him like the public servant he is and hold him accountable. So all these promises that he's doing, that he's giving to the automobile industry, to whoever, whatever it may be, whether he's promising tax cuts and write-offs, and you know, Trump has been promising a lot of shit he's saying I'm up for. I just don't fucking believe the guy. I know he's backed by evil institutions, which we call the deep state or the establishment, right? And for all y'all that keep saying Trump is anti-establishment, you're full of shit. Right now, America is so divided that the establishment himself are divided. There's a lot of people who are backing up politicians who are dividing the country. We're being ran by corporations. There is no president that runs shit. As you can clearly see, one of our former presidents almost got his fucking head blown off, and our current president cannot complete a sentence. So I really want you guys to know that it's not even up for debate anymore. Presidents don't run shit. So I want us to start focusing on the real deal, the behind the scene guys. I would ask for the public to really start asking and getting more involved, more questions about who are really backing these politicians. Who would want Trump killed? Now, we don't know. It's all speculation at this time, but from the brief shit I've read about Thomas, he seemed pretty normal-minded. He wasn't really a crazy individual. I'm pretty sure he had his own ideologies, but it's just, to me, not a surprise that this guy almost died. It's really not. But back to my supporters, man. I really want you guys this go round to really hold this man accountable. So as a year goes by, 2 years go by, I'm expecting for you guys to be at these press conferences and really on them. Like, hey, Trump, you promised us this. You said you were going to do that. Now, knowing that Trump's a lying motherfucker, I'm not too sure if he even cares to carry out all his promises this go round. And what's more interesting, you know, what's more interesting, since he just had an attempt on his life and he knows that, you know, at this point, people want him dead. I wanted this amplify him to do the right thing even more? Or does this make him more of a piece of shit that he's always been? I'm highly interested to see how he goes. What can we expect from this Trump administration? Does the guy become tougher and say, fuck y'all even more, which he's been doing? Or does he really have an epiphany and say, you know what? I truly want to be the first president to do what the American citizens pay me and put me in office to do. I wonder if this is going to be the time. Do this country finally get the great white hope we've all been begging for? Or y'all all been one, because I could give a fuck, right? Because I'm not voting for him. I just want y'all to know, at the 2020 election, there were about 239 million people eligible to vote, right? And 80 million of those people did not cast a ballot. I'm going to switch over and I'm going to the 80 million. There's about to be 80 million and one people who did not vote this year, because by God, you 80 million people who did not vote, you guys are smart. I got to take my hats off to you. As much as people like to talk shit about y'all because y'all don't vote in this country, because you guys automatically know. I used to feel this way, but somewhere down the line, I got persuaded to start voting again and that it really counts. But you 80 million people, I got to take my head off to you. You're very fucking smart. You're very much smarter than the rest of us. I got to give it to you. Only thing I would ask is for all my people who are registered to vote who do not want to vote because you know we have two piss poor, weak fucking candidates, right? I really wish, that we could just start organizing our votes in a more unified way as citizens, so we can really stop the establishment and the deep state from pulling off this fuckery that we're constantly seeing. Because everybody I talk to, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, random Joe Blows down the street, nobody wants to send money to Israel. Majority of us do not want to be at war caught up in this Israel-Palestinian war. We don't. Majority of us do not want to send Russia to Ukraine and Zelensky crooked ass and his crooked administration. We don't want to do these things. It's clearly the deep state, the establishment, and this crooked ass U.S. government that's constantly mismanaging our hard-working taxpayer dollars. So as a U.S. citizen, I hope these are the things that are top priority on your mind, and you're really not caught on that worshiping of a president, especially a guy like Trump or Biden. They're two pieces of shit, as I told you in my previous episodes. These guys are not qualified or fit to run this country. We have damn near 350 million people in this country. I know we got two better candidates. It's not even up for debate. It shows how weak of a fucking country we are, though, when I see stupid motherfuckers are getting caught up in worshiping a guy that already has proven he's not even fit for the job. It really just tells me this country is not who the fuck we think we are. We're weak as fuck. Do not let that big high-grade military-powered weapon army and military fool you. We're weak as a people. We're just weak. For us to sit back and settle for this shit? Leaders of the free world, the leader of the free world, the United States of America, once again, our citizens, the 350 whatever million plus got people that are on this planet, in this country, last year was 239 eligible voters. Out of everybody we can pick and choose, we're settling for, once again, that bullshit analogy of the two less evils, of the lesser evils. We got to vote for a lesser evil when they're both just not even worth voting for, period. We're back to this shit again. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves in America to this day, man. Trump supporters, y'all definitely should be ashamed of yourselves, man. Like, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves, man. So when Trump gets in office, I don't even want to get off topic. I just truly hope for all those Trump thumpers that y'all please make them. Put that pressure on him and constantly make sure that he does all the promises he does so this country don't go to shit. Because that's where we're on our way. We're on our way there. Like these people who are calling the shots behind the doors, like I say, the deep state, the establishment, as they call them, all the big money management firm, our corporations, these are some evil motherfuckers, man. We got some evil motherfucking people running this country behind the scenes. And as the people, the only ones with power, when we're united, we're the only ones that could really cause a serious shift and some change in this country. But it seems like we're so distracted. We would rather ride dick. We rather worship a human being that's not even worth worshiping than challenging him and making him do his job. See, this concept of looking up to human beings, I don't fucking get along. I don't. Like, unless you're some type of philanthropist, some type of humanitarian, you're known for saving lives, improving lives. Like, it's documented. We know this guy goes to Sudan, this guy goes to Congo, or this guy helps battered women. Like, unless you're known for helping people, how the fuck do you get a level? Why are we worshiping people? I still don't even understand why people go to concerts, sit at the front of the fucking road, pay $1,000 for tickets, and trying to grab on motherfuckers as if they're in awe of what the fuck they're saying. It's retarded shit to me, but I digress. To each his own. We have to stop the dick riding and the worshiping of other human beings. They don't deserve it. Yes, kudos to you. You could make a great song. You could do some couple of backflips. You could jump really high. I love it. It's great. You're talented. But this concept of worshiping other beings, it's destructive. We put our energy into shit that we should not be putting into. And the people that deserve the energy that we should be focusing on, we should be uplifting, we don't do it. America, we're being exposed for who we are. I told y'all a few episodes ago. We're being exposed for who we are. You can't hide it. Thank God for the internet. I wonder why they're trying to ban TikTok. You know, when I say they, the establishment, the deep state, the big time money management firms, all the people with the money behind closed doors, of course they want to ban a TikTok. Because you got people like me, or random people that have the freedom to see and call out shit for what it is. They don't want people telling the truth, making sense of this. Nobody's using common sense anymore. Your own intelligence, like, we're done. We're just blindly following people that we know, and we play fucking stupid as if they're not known for dirt. In 2018, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein goes to jail. If y'all don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, go do your research. But he was damn sure close friends with your boy Trump. And all of a sudden, before he has to go to trial for sex trafficking, child trafficking, you name it, he ends up dead. And when we ask former President Trump, hey, when you get in office, which he will, trust me, he will. When you get back in office, do you have a problem with declassifying the JFK files? Of course I do. Of course I don't. I'm gonna release them. Okay, how about the Jeffrey Epstein files? You gonna release it? No, it's not the Jeffrey Epstein files. I'm not gonna release those. There's a lot of bullshit in those. Oh, is it because you're John Doe 174? Whichever number they got you in all the files, you don't want everybody to read what the fuck you and your homeboy was doing on the island. Mr. Grab him by the pussy himself doesn't want everybody to know what he was doing in Epstein Island. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, President. But yet, you Trump supporters ignore this bullshit. It means nothing to you, all the dirt this man has been known to do, which is mind-boggling to me. So I just ask you guys, since you got what you wanted, right? Please, when the man gets into office for the next 4 years, as long as my motherfucking platform is going, I'm going to keep asking you guys, have you been pressuring this guy to do exactly what he's promising to do? Have y'all been pressuring Mr. Donald Trump when he gets into office these next 4 years? Are you guys truly going to pressure him into doing exactly what he said he was going to do? I'm interested to know. I don't believe it. Because I know how dick riders go. I know how worshipers go. There's nothing anybody can tell you guys. This man can do no wrong. Which is my only concern. He literally can do no wrong. Let me just read off to you guys what the Supreme Court just did, but specifically Donald Trump. Because if you don't think they did it for Donald Trump, you're a fucking idiot. You're not paying attention to politics. You clearly just say, I haven't been paying attention to this. What has the Supreme Court done for specifically Trump? Or shall I say future presidents? The court thus concludes that the president is absolutely immune from criminal prosecution for conduct within his exclusive sphere of constitutional authority. The court declared that a president is immune from prosecution when exercising the core powers of the presidency. Y'all know what that means, right? Y'all know what that means? Of course. Trump is king, man. He's about to become king. He's going to really call the shots, and you're not going to be able to do shit about it. Trump is going to be able to do what the fuck he wants to do. And yet, for my Trump supporters, are y'all fucking idiots? Are y'all stupid? And just for the citizens alone in this country, are we dumb? We don't want to outspeak on humans. This shouldn't be a human being living in this world with this type of immunity and with that type of power. But yet nobody gives a fuck. We're distracted. We don't care. Let's talk about some other shit. We'll go to entertainment, sports, things of that nature. We don't want to talk about how significant a fucking rule like that by the Supreme Court was passed, how detrimental it can be for the average citizen. But nobody cares. So all these Trump dick riders out here, nobody's questioning anything. It's like we're headed in an evil world that lacks accountability in my point of view. You know, because I still would like to know the full details of the deceased pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's relationship with Trump and why he died in jail before he could stand trials for these charges. It's just, does this have to do with probably why Thomas Crooks was, it's information is unfolding. Nobody knows exactly why the fuck Thomas wanted to kill Trump. At least I don't know. By the time this episode is out, we'll find out maybe, but a lot of details to come. But, I'm not going to stake too long on this Trump thing. But, I just truly wanted to emphasize to my Trump supporters, yes, you got your wish. He's going to be the president. There's no stopping that. But when he becomes president, I'm really hoping, and not even just Trump supporters, just average American citizens, when he becomes our president and he represents us, are we going to pressure him to do exactly what he promised himself to do? And for all those people who always claim, well, when Trump was in office, he didn't start any wars. He didn't end any. Like, you guys always have the bullshit excuses to why a piece of shit like this should be in office, but nothing y'all say it could be stand on. You can't stand on nothing he said. No, he didn't start any wars. He didn't end any. He dropped a few fucking Tomahawk missiles on Syria, escalating our tensions and beef with them. And of course, they side with Iran and Russia. So, it's another enemy he probably escalated on us. See, they were already enemies before. But there's nothing he does that doesn't say, I'm ready for war. Or, of course, he poses a threat to the outside world because, yes, he will drop Tomahawk missiles on you. Syria is a perfect example, one of the ones he did it to when he was in office. But, I'm having a hard time really reading the crowds and why they like this guy. Is it because he's the best of what we got compared to a Biden? Well, you could blame the establishment and the deep state for that. They set that up nice. What is it that they want to do, that they got to have guys like this in office when we know there's better people that can really bring unity? Because we're divided as fuck. Our government is divided as fuck. It's clear as day there's some very evil motherfuckers running this country behind the scenes. And they're not showing their faces. They're just funding politicians and making them look like they're the guys they need to be concerned about. We're not asking enough questions in America. The average citizen is not asking enough questions. I really wish y'all would get out of the distractions and really involve yourselves more in these conversations, especially my 30 and up crowd. My young people, I'm not expecting so much, but if you're 30 and up, you shouldn't be online talking about bullshit. This is the platform when you're actually online, you're presenting yourself to the world. I don't give a fuck about what you had for lunch. Just me personally, but I digress. It is what it is. All right? It is what it is, man. I'm with you 1,000,001. I would really love for us as a unified nation to really come to platforms more often, ignore the main media that's controlled by the evil entities. And can we really start having unification conversations? Because I know we can call these people out. It's so easy. It's blatant. It's blatant that we have two bad candidates. One almost got his fucking his head blown the fuck off. They took a chunk off his head. It's because he's not liked. It's not because he's loved is why they assassin. They're trying to assist it because they know he's full of shit. He's a weak candidate. But yet we keep falling for the same bullshit. So like I said, I'm not going to beat this Trump thing up too long, but for all my Trump supporters for the last and final time, this go round, when he's at the podium blowing smoke out your ass, blowing smoke at his own ass, just trust me. Ask him, hey man, it's been a year. These tax cuts you told us you were going to get, the interest rates, hey, the automobile industry, the housing industry, hey, crypto, are you going to do it? Like, we're waiting. Time is fucking ticking. We know you can do it. So do it. Don't let those evil motherfuckers that pay y'all continue to ruin this country, because that's what's happening. There's some very evil, powerful people in this country that can do the obvious, but they choose not to because they love that power. They love holding on to all that wealth. They love watching down and looking down and seeing that struggle. All those projects, all those lower incomes, all those trailer parks, all those broke people making their companies rich when we can be giving those people more and better opportunities. They love seeing this shit because it's obvious, and it's obvious as day. America with the potential. Yes, we can truly be way better than this. I know we can. We all know that. But why do we keep playing like we're fucking stupid? Or maybe America just not who the fuck we are. And we're a lot more dumb than we actually think. You understand what I'm saying? On to my next subject, right? For all my black people in this country and all around the world, I want to speak to the foundation of Black Americans in particular. What the fuck are we really going to do about reparations? Because it's a serious conversation. I don't think black people are taking that serious. When I tell you that the Indians got their reparations, it's a fact. When I tell you that the Jewish people got their reparations, it's a fact. And I'm pretty sure there's a few more others. I'm just not thinking off the top of my head. Everybody has gotten their reparations deservingly, except for black people in this country. And we damn sure don't fight for it enough. And the reason why we can't fight for it enough is no different between the average American in here. We're just too divided. Not only as a nation, but as a people. We're very divided. Recently, probably the realest, most powerful, most meaningful, most sensible black man in power in our world today, which is President Traore of Niger. He gave a speech, man. It was a very moving and powerful speech, ladies and gentlemen. And before I carry on to my next topic, I really wanted to play this speech by Traore. Hear him out and how he feels about this world, the African nations, and how he feels he's going to move forward. Check this out.
Ces impérialistes n'ont qu'un seul cliché en tête. L'Afrique est l'empire des esclaves. C'est comme ça qu'ils voient l'Afrique. Pour eux, les Africains les appartiennent. Nos terres les appartiennent. Nos sous-sols les appartiennent. Ils n'ont jamais pu changer de logiciel jusqu'à aujourd'hui. C'est déplorable. Mais comment procèdent-ils? C'est malheureusement depuis donc ces années 60 où ces simulacres d'indépendance ont été donnés à l'Afrique. Ils n'ont juste fait que placer des valets locaux à la tête, selon eux, de leur sous-préfecture pour pouvoir continuer à les alimenter. Ces valets locaux que nous allons qualifier aujourd'hui d'esclaves de salon n'ont d'autre repère que de chercher à vivre comme le maître, à satisfaire le maître et à faire tout ce que le maître lui dicte. Ils volent, ils pillent nos États, amènent tout chez le maître et leur richesse est conservée chez le maître. Ils font tout pour vivre comme le maître et toujours le satisfaire. Lorsque le maître commande, ils exécutent. Savez-vous qui sont ces esclaves de salon? Eh bien, nous allons vous expliquer ce que c'est. Ce sont des individus qui n'ont aucune dignité, qui n'ont aucune morale, qui n'ont aucune personnalité. Mais le maître esclave a toujours su identifier ces individus. Ils sont toujours prêts à trahir leurs frères pour satisfaire le maître. Ils nous ont trahis depuis l'indépendance et d'autres continuent jusqu'aujourd'hui à nous trahir au profit de leur maître. Ces individus continuent toujours, contre vents et marées, à piller l'Afrique, à aider le maître à piller l'Afrique.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about y'all, but I was deeply moved by that speech. I don't see too many black people or leaders in general speaking with that much conviction. People are in power speaking with that much confidence and keeping it that truthful and that real. I was very moved. Much respect, man. Much respect to President Traore. Much respect to Burkina Faso. Much respect to Mali. And much respect to Niger. If y'all don't know, AES Alliance. All three of these African countries have joined forces. Lately, Burkina Faso, President Traore, he's the one leading that country, guy that just spoke. He's been kicking European forces out. The French had to go. I noticed American soldiers in Niger now. They were just told to go a few days ago. They got to go. It's been exposed. See, the world, the truth is starting. Thank God for the internet. I keep saying it. Like, you can't hide truth. It's impossible that those evil people who are running the world, that small group that's causing all the fuckery, despite all the resources and wealth we have on this planet, that's enough to share for everybody. There's small groups of people who really like to keep things to themselves, and they can give a fuck about the average human being. It's very disgusting. It's very disturbing. But I brought that video up for a reason. I don't want to get off the topic. The reason I brought that video up, just to get back to my foundational black Americans, my Africans, my Haitians, all my black people around the world. When is enough enough? When are we going to unite? Shout out to President Traore. He's leading his regime down there in Africa, teaming up with Mali and Niger. Much respect to them. Gosh, and I'm supporting you guys. I want the best. I pray to God that those people are able to remain unity. Those three countries right there, the AES, I pray to God that you guys are able to maintain unity and finally get Africa some just due and building your economy. I really do. But just speaking to my foundational black American, the rest of my black people around the world, you know, when are we going to get the picture? When are we going to unite? And for my Haitian Americans, man, that is so caught up in this new government, right? The very few of them that you are, right? This little small puppet government that's been introduced by the United States and others, led mostly by the United States. Did we not learn an example from Bukele in El Salvador and how he was able by himself with his own members of his Congress and, you know, his party and his country? He didn't need any foreign help. And what made Bukele El Salvadorian example so significant is that they had a situation as far as the gang problem far worse than Haiti has ever seen. And yet they were able to do it without begging any foreign help. What makes Haiti so sad in this particular case is who we're begging for help. We're begging the worst government known to man towards the Haitian people outside from the French. Actually, you know, USA tops the cake. Because if y'all don't know, USA literally occupied Haiti during the time when we still had to pay off the French. So they were adding on to more misery and more punishment. Now, I'll be a fool if I said Haiti didn't put a lot of this on themselves, because from the year 1911 to 1915, we literally went through 6 presidents due to assassination, coups, and not. So the division amongst ourselves made us so weak. It was so easy for French in America to come over and do what they please. Hell, even Germany at one point was down there setting up shop, taking advantage of our economy, right? So America decided to come on down to Haiti during a crucial time for us when we were economically really weak and still are, to then bully us some more. Go into the city reserve. That was in 1914. Go into our national bank, take our gold reserves, which was worth about $500,000 at that time. So Lord knows what it would have done for us now, right? And since then, America has really been shitting and stripping and really doing Haiti dirty. So when I see people clinging on as Haitians to the American government, I look at you as a piece of shit. I got to be honest with you. You're scum. I don't even want you around me in a sense, right? The moment I find out you like to claim to the U.S. government for anything as a Haitian, my red flag is up on you. I know for sure you're a fuck nigga, right? And what makes matters worse, during this time, speaking to my foundational Black Americans, y'all had James Weldon Johnson, who actually visited Haiti during the occupation, and he wrote a report. And what he wrote about on this report about the occupation, he stated that America was dealing with economic corruption towards the Haitian, forced labor, censorship of the press, and just blatant racism and nonstop violence. Shout out to James Weldon Johnson for going down to Haiti visiting during the occupation to really expose what America was doing. A foundational Black American. I love it. You know, he felt like this. That was his just due because, you know, Haiti already had led so many slave revolts around the Americas. So, you know, he probably felt the need to go down there and see what his Haitian brothers were doing, man. Shout out to James Weldon Johnson for writing that report during that time. But just to not get off topic, ladies and gentlemen, when do we get on that same type of time as Black people, as nations, or just in general as my man, President Traore is leading down there at the AES, the Alliance of the Sahel States, joined by Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali? When do we start those conversations of unity and exposing all the imperialists and everybody taking advantage of Black people around this world? When do we start getting it? And I got to take my hats off to you. The way America is consistently, since the occupation, I got to take my hat to this evil shit they do. The way they're able to place their puppet governments is some evil genius shit. I'm quite amazed. I really am quite amazed. And since then, you know, America has done such a good job of keeping Haiti in poverty. It ain't just about stealing those gold reserves. During the time where we were still paying the French back, we didn't even completely pay off the French, I think, till the 1940s, right? This was 1950s through the 20s, right? 1915, 1920. Technically, they came down there and steal some more from the central banks. I mean, we were stripped of everything. I love this evil genius. I don't love it, but I understand it. Peep game. Since then, they've been able to keep Haiti in such poverty. Do y'all not understand that 60 to 70% of people on that island, that's roughly 6 to 8 million people. Haiti is only made up of what? 12 million people. So that's between 6 to 8 million people, ladies and gentlemen, right? A little more, are not consistently seeing electricity. That's damn near 10 million people we're talking about, roughly, right? Who don't see electricity, run electricity on a regular basis. These people are literally lost. And when I say lost in the sense of they're not up to date on current events, they don't get to find out what's even happening in their town, let alone their own country on a regular basis. They're out of the loop. So I did start to ask myself as Haitian, what do you think happens when we finally, as a unit, when Haiti finally finds a way, from an economic standpoint, to really start bringing electricity to wake these people up so they can really know what's happening in their country, because they really don't. These people don't. And it was strategically done this way. America does not want Haiti to be functioning at all, because the moment you wake up 6 to 8 million people and you let them know what's been happening, that's a big shift, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to the day, because I think that is the day Haiti will wake up and revolutionize the country. Because the foreign powers, they've done so much. They've done a lot to cripple that nation, and they're very good at it. It's the reason why this blatant stupidity that's happening within the Haitian government, I'm seeing why you're able to get away with it. Because majority of the people on that island, they're not paying attention. They don't know. They're living off $1 a day. They don't have TVs. They don't have cell phones on the regular and Wi-Fi, so they can really keep up. So this destruction that was done by foreign powers to Haiti, man, this was some evil genius shit. So what makes it mind-boggling when I see Haitians still to this day clinging on this type of U.S. government, you're fucking disgusting. Shout out to Pierre Sully, man. If y'all don't know who Pierre Sully was, man, he was one of the guys who fought to death upon the American soldiers' arrival. And he decided to die right there. He wasn't going to put his arms down. What make matters even better, Mr. Charlemagne, the General Charlemagne Traore, who led the revolt with the Cacos, who thousands of Haitian casualties that died just to revolt that occupation. Much respect to y'all, man. Rest in peace, man. You see, that is who Haiti needs more. We need those people. And something tells me those souls, that bloodline, those rebellious souls, that bloodline, even for the ones that fought for the Battle of Vertalles, if I, like that bloodline, to me, it's hidden within the 6 to 8 million people that's not getting electricity. It gotta be the ones that are out of the loop, because Lord knows when those people wake up. Oh my goodness, God's gracious. I'm looking forward to the day, man. Hopefully the hydrogen energy sources that everybody's been discovering and keeping under wraps, because, our big time oil corporations, remember those evil motherfuckers that want to get fat? How they're not releasing this information that could be very helpful for humanity. Hopefully some type of hydrogen sources can start really sending electricity up to Haiti, because there's a lot of ways you can really generate electricity clean nowadays that are just being held under wraps, because we have evil people that like to be greedy and keep shit to themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very looking forward to this day. So I don't want to make a long story out of today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to keep y'all up on what I see and the fuckery that's going on. And I really hope, over the week, we're starting to really pay attention more. We're not going to be so distracted by bullshit. I really hope to God, especially my peers, people that are expected to know better or to do better. I really hope we start having more conversations and we really start showing more interest in what's going on. Because the world is not okay at this moment. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of issues that's happening. And there's a lot of changing. And there's going to be a major shift coming. Whether you are taking acknowledgement of it or not, it's going to happen. For those who are paying attention, hats off to y'all. Y'all going to do all right. For the ones that are not and are going to stay distracted, I don't feel sorry for y'all when the shit hit the fan and y'all feel it worse than anybody else. I have zero remorse for you motherfuckers, because y'all been warned numerous times. So, without further ado, man, I appreciate you. Enjoy your week and have a great day.
Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh, Lord. But I'm a different type of nigga. Worth about 5 or 6 figures. One step profit get bigger. I gotta triple up on this cheese. Take a flight right over them seas. Maybe make a trip to Haiti. Who knows? I just know that I have to go get it. And America's looking so hectic. Make you wanna grab the tech by the second. Yes, Lord. How the fuck it come to that? Most these niggas out here rats. And that statement can't be tracked. Yeah, I know. But these crackers is doing the sentencing. In the jail, you niggas repenting then. On the block, you be killing your men again. I know. This system been a trap. This shit must collapse. We ain't about far ways from that. Yeah, they know. We gon' get through regardless. All that small talk so harmless. Y'all pop us under this garment. Whoa. It ain't gotta come to that. Niggas been for peace till I proceed and really state the facts. These fuckers can't stand the fact we black. Jay Blake caught 7 to the back. And then I caught Aubrey with some armory, trying to run the 4 flat. I'm trying to keep my sanity intact. But the shit is getting deeper. Every time I watch the news, there's some white dudes playing like the Grim Reaper. Nigga, I ain't never been a sleeper. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. But I swear to God, you touch my doorknob, you niggas gonna meet your maker. This country getting faker. They gon' try to outdate ya. For the immortalized, they gon' prophesize. You ain't gotta speak the nature. Just when you caramelize, it's when they see demise. It must be second nature. You can do us all a favor. Go ahead and catch the vapors. Act civilized and match your eye for eye, cause it won't be no one to save ya. And I'm a lovable type of neighbor. Might run you a couple of favors. But when you cross the line, it's when I see divide. I ain't forgiving you like your savior. Is you loving this type of behavior? I'm just a man, I ain't trying to persuade you. Hey.